This week we start putting Te Tāiko back together, having left her in Noumea for 8 weeks during the South Pacific cyclone season. We attempt to address a chafe issue with our halyards, but lose a mousing line. We try to regain our living space aboard by refitting our sails, but get thwarted by a tropical low. We make another attempt at fixing a leak in the engine's diesel supply and rupture a critical fitting, meaning this year we'll be spending Christmas tied up to the dock. So it hasn't all been plain sailing for us this week, but hey, that's boat life, and we are thrilled to be back in New Caledonia.
Good morning. We're back on Te Tāiko now, and it feels so good to be back here on her in New Caledonia. So we have a lot to do now because if you remember, and if you don't remember because you haven't seen our videos, go back and watch where we had to undress or decloak or whatever you call it Te Tāiko because we were going to New Zealand and we had to prepare her for a cyclone in case one came. So now we have the job of putting her all back together. Christmas is coming, so it's Thursday today, Christmas is next week, and we really want to get out on the lagoon before Christmas so we can enjoy Christmas out in the world's biggest lagoon. So we're really excited about that. Going to have our coffee and then come with us as we start the day and get cracking into putting her back together.
One of our main objectives really is to empty out the forepeak where all our stuff's stored. So here we've got 3 sails and all our sheets, we've got all our canvas work from the cockpit and life rings, other ropes, lines. So yeah, the forepeak's full of stuff, and there's actually stuff under here that we want to access and get the boat back to normal. So we'll start chipping away at this pile. Okay, let's get this up onto the cabin top.
Yeah.
Then we can sort out the sail bag. Sound good?
Isn't he a hard skipper?
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Between you and me, he hasn't mentioned the polishing yet.
Gonna be onto the polishing a bit later. I've actually found the polish, so we'll be good to go actually.
Alright, time to get serious.
Put on your serious face.
Adam's just doing a little bit of boat yoga.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now I'm serious. I got my sunnies on. We get really serious when the hat comes on later.
Yeah, we'll be so serious we won't even be talking to each other. It'll be like a military operation.
We'll be non-verbal.
But we'll be safe.
Because it'll be so hot.
Safe from the sun.
Yeah, it's already getting warm.
Okay.
Alright.
Let's get the mainsail up here. Sail bag, which is like a stack pad, correct? So it means when we can lower our main, it fits nicely and it's contained. So it's a matter of, there's these sail slides which slide into the top of the boom. There's a groove in the top of the boom. So it's a matter of just orientating this so we can get it attached, and then we can put the battens on the side, and then we can get the main on. So it's like the first step here. Sorry, there's a guy behind me standing. But a good thing about taking things apart and putting them back together is you notice things that are not right. And here, the sail slides, lots of them are cracking. So before we go offshore again, we're going to have to change our sail slides because we don't want that failing. So anyway, it's all part of boat ownership. Just have to be onto it, figure these things out. Let's get the mainsail on. How's it going there, sailor?
This is an action shot. That's
oh, yeah.
That's right, action shot. Helping Adam pull up
yeah. You show him. You show him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, you ready?
So we're getting there.
Are you sweating yet?
Yeah, I have. Got a bit of a sweat running. Literally. Okay.
Careful with that batten. It's a lot longer than your own. Almost took my face off. Make a few improvements. Hmm? Made a few improvements.
Rearrange things.
Yeah.
There goes.
So what knot are you tying?
So I'll do a lashing. It's a lashing to tension the batten so that the helps give the sail the right amount of shape. I've actually never done this before, so it might be that I need to adjust it later. But it's got to start somewhere, right? So we've just got the sail, the luff into the track and the tack also on. Now we need to sort out the lazy jacks. So we flake the sail on the boom, so hopefully we can, I'll need to go up to the first spreader on each side, thread the lazy jacks through and attach them, but hopefully the sail bag will wrap around nicely and we won't have to hoist the sail again. So next step is climb the mast, part of the mast, and get the lazy jacks threaded. Also I'll go to the top of the mast and sort out the Genoa halyard as well, and I might do that now before it gets too hot.
Yeah,
I can feel it getting hotter.
It's getting hot, hey?
Yeah.
And also, we'll just have a quick check of things.
Yeah, but always good to, when you're going up the mast, you might as well take an extra moment and have a look around. Okay, so all sorted. Got the mast climbing device ready to go and set it up. So we'll go up and get the lazy jack sorted and finish mousing the halyard through, the Genoa halyard.
We end-for-ended the halyards, but now, and we moused them through, but now one of the lines is broken, the mousing line for the Genoa halyard. So Adam's up the mast, it's quite warm, so hope he can get it done quickly for his sake, but we're now having to use a sinker to try and get the Genoa halyard down, so watch this space. So the sail bag behind me and my hair, like as it's currently looking, pretty much sums up our day. It's been a very frustrating day. The mousing wire that was attached to the Genoa halyard came off. Then Adam tried to use a fishing sinker and we just couldn't get it with the nylon, couldn't see it.
The splices in the ends of both the Genoa and main halyards have been jamming in the mast top sheaves, meaning we have been struggling to get sufficient luff tension. So we took this opportunity to end-for-end the halyards, removing the splices and hopefully resolving these issues. Right, so we're still having issues with this diesel water separator. The location's there, it's that white thing, and the bowl's on the bottom, and then on the bottom is a drain, and you can see, if you're here in reality, you can see that there's a tiny little drip of diesel hanging off the bottom. So I can get in here and I can lean over the top and catch the diesel that's in it, check out the seals, make sure all the inlet and outlet seals are good too, and then carefully put it all back together. So hopefully this is going to solve it. Importantly, because it is quite warm right now and not great airflow in the boat. Got this, so I'm going to position that so that I've got good airflow while I'm cooped up in the engine bay. Sweet, so got that all back together, nice and tight. Everything's clean and looks like it's all aligned, so I'll wipe down the outside, make sure it's all clean of diesel, then bleed the system, start the engine, and hopefully it's all sorted. So bled that successfully, started second time pretty much, you would have heard, and there's no drips or leaks on the filter so far, so fingers crossed. I'll give you an update in a little while as to whether we've got a leak-free water separator on the diesel supply. So just sort of a change of plans. We were thinking of heading out into the lagoon for Christmas, but there's a tropical low formed just off the coast of Australia in the Coral Sea, the east coast off Queensland. It's going to come through, today is Sunday, and it's going to come through on Tuesday, Wednesday, which is Christmas Eve and Christmas. So we get a tropical low for Christmas, but that's all good. It's not forecast to be particularly bad. The other thing that happened is I unfortunately damaged one of the diesel lines when I was trying to eliminate leaks from the water separator. I twisted one of the lines and it's damaged and leaking, so we've had to bung that because it's the closest. There's no other tap near the tank, so job for tomorrow is to get some fittings sorted out so we can repair that, and then once the storm blows through we can get going out into the lagoon and maybe head out to Il Dupin or something like that. So we'll see how we go. So just been up and seen our man, and he's been incredibly useful. He's going to go into town to a different part of Noumea and get some fittings, hopefully to fix this reasonably complicated situation. I mentioned to him that we need to empty the tank. He agreed, and he said give me 10 minutes, and he came back with this trolley full of empty jerry cans. There's 9 20-litre jerry cans, so just like that we've got the ability to empty our tank, which makes a massive difference to us. So yeah, he's a super guy, very helpful, and we'll see where we get to today and what's happening next. We'll see. So what do you think about what's happening?
I think you know, it's easy to get upset about things and frustrated, but it's not going to really help the situation, and it's important that we understand our systems on board. And you know, Adam tried his best, thought he was doing the right thing to resolve the leak, but he has resolved the leak by bunging the tank. But what we think is that he couldn't actually resolve the leak. We always thought it was the water separator, because I actually think it was a fitting that broke that was the issue, and why there was this constant leak. So at some point it was about to give up, and now we've learned that our system isn't right from our good man here, and we don't have a shut-off valve for the tank. So it's better it happens now than somewhere else that wouldn't be as good. It's not ideal, but it is what it is, and I'm not sure how the holiday season's going to go, but at least we're still here on Tāiko in New Caledonia, so beggars can't be choosers. So yeah, carry on.
So we're just off to the Chander. It's a bit of background music, which is quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
We just need to sort out the most appropriate pump to pump out the diesel tank. We've got a drill pump, like an impeller, that you put in the chuck of a drill, but it's had a lot of salt water through it in its time. So if nothing else, we'll get a new one of those, but hopefully there's something that's a bit safer, a bit easier to use. So we've got a bit of a hike.
It's about 5k each way to the Chander.
It's 8:30 in the morning, so
it's really hot.
So in the meantime, It's in the last few days of his working year and he's about to go on holiday, but he's going into the part of Noumea to try and get parts for us, so he's doing that, which he said will see us about lunchtime.
The one positive about this, besides fixing the issue with not having a tap, the one positive is that we get to measure how much diesel a tank actually holds, because we've been meaning to do that but never had the opportunity, so here's our opportunity.
Yeah, silver lining.
There is what we call in South Africa a super tube, I don't know what other people call it, on this cruise ship. Unbelievable.
So making our way back from the Chander, and it was successful. We've got a electric pump suitable for pumping diesel and a good little setup, so we should be able to empty our tank now safely. So anyway, we've got what we need for now, so we'll get back to the boat. So it's time to do the cleanup now, because after a few things we won't talk too much about, the cabin's like a murder scene, diesel on the walls, which is not ideal. But Vicki in the meantime has been wandering around the city of Noumea and she's got her own little thing to share.
Well, Adam thinks that he had a tough day. I was walking to the supermarket to get cleanup products for Adam, and I walked past the fish market and it's closed today and the cleaners are in there, and I narrowly was missed. The cleaner threw out a piece of, smelt like rotten fish. It became shredded through the grate they put down to block off the market, and it literally missed me by that much.
Did they
and
apologise?
It splattered all over. No, they just carried on cleaning up. I don't even think they saw me, and it just splattered all over the floor. So that, if that had hit me, I would have started dry reaching right then and there. I just know that, so I almost started dry reaching at the thought of that hitting me on the way.
So we need to get into cleanup mode because this ship smells like a diesel tank. And of course the flip side of having people help you is paying it forward and helping others, so we're building up a bit of a bank account kind of, what's the word? Credit or debit, I'm not sure, but we need to be making sure that we're paying all this forward because it's really helping us achieve what we're doing, so bear that in mind.
Thank you for watching. We hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please remember to like the video and subscribe. It's free and helps us out. Thank you again for watching, and a huge thank you to our patrons for their continued support. See you next time.